Listen, don't give up. I know the day is dim, chances may be slim. Hold on to what you believe. I know it hurts inside. Sometimes you sit and cry. You gotta hold on to what you believe. Joy's gonna come with the morning light. Trials come to make us strong. Just keep
Kaba Kashif Muhammad, Top Cat Productions, LLIC, Light and Life Rebuilding Center. I got Kurtz Franklin on the track, and this is my State of the World victory speech and order of demand to the Islamic world. Once again, I am Kaba Kashif Muhammad. Stay tuned. This is Kaba Kashif Muhammad. I want y'all to stay tuned for my victory speech in just a few minutes. Miami, Dade County, y'all get ready. Palm Beach County, y'all get ready. Rivera, y'all look out, I'm here. NYC, y'all get ready. LA, y'all get ready. Detroit, Chicago, I want all my brothers, all my sisters to get ready for my victory speech. Nation of Islam, here I come. Assalamu alaikum, Facebook family. I am Kaba Kashif Muhammad, the national representative of Universal Truth and Righteousness, Islam, as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, as brought to us by Allah God, who came to us in the person of Mustafa Muhammad in 1930. Facebook fam, darkness has covered the earth, right? We're living in a time of thick darkness. We're living in a time of universal truth and righteousness. First of all, I just want to tell all the Facebook fam, I want to go to Zechariah chapter 9, verse 9. It says, rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, lowly, and riding upon an ass, and upon a colt, the foal of an ass. Facebook family, every time you see me, I'm riding. I'm riding. Okay, when this Bible was when this scripture verse was written, 1,000 years ago, they had no vehicles. They had no cars. Okay, now it's 2017. Top Cat Productions, Kaba Kashif Muhammad. I'm coming to you with salvation, and I'm riding. I'm riding right now. I'm riding. Every time you see me, every time I make a speech, I be riding. I'm riding upon an ass, upon a colt, the foal of an ass. Okay? There's no more donkeys. There's no more horses. We're not riding on horses no more. We're riding in vehicles right now. So I'm bringing salvation to you. Okay? I'm riding in a car. Every time you see me, every time I make a speech, I'm riding. Okay? I'm bringing salvation to you. Okay? Now, pay ye close attention, because what I'm about to tell you, is universal truth and righteousness. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave us the key. He brought the truth to the people so that you can unlock the scriptures. You're not going to understand the scriptures in the Bible until you come through universal truth and righteousness. That will open up your third eye, and you can be able to breeze right through the scriptures. Okay, right now, I'm bringing you scriptures right now. Okay, first of all, I want to let the world know that the Nation of Islam, throughout the years since the Minister Louis Farrakhan took over the Nation of Islam, there have been a lot of shortcomings. Okay, everything that the Nation of Islam has endured and have gone throughout the years since the departure of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, it's already written in the scriptures, man. It's everything, you can't hide nothing from Allah. Allah knows all things. Okay, he wrote everything was what the Nation of Islam was going to go through. It was already written thousands of years before it even took place. Okay, we put it on the pages of history thousands of years ago. It was already foreseen. Allah have already foreseen it, and the hand already wrote it. It's already written, man. So that you can't hide nothing. There's nothing. It ain't no hiding. Allah comes and he lifts your skirt up, and he shows the world your shame. Okay, Minister Louis Farrakhan, your shame has been shown to the world, and I'm about to reveal your shame to the world right now. Okay, like I say, there's darkness that's covering the earth right now. Okay, the darkness that's covering the earth right now is the universal truth and righteousness that I'm about to reveal. Okay, the universal truth and righteousness that I'm about to reveal is the thunder, the thick clouds, the lightning, the hail, the earthquakes. It's the end of the reign of the Minister Louis Farrakhan over the Nation of Islam. Your time is over. Okay. If we go to Psalms, the book of Psalms, let's go to Psalm 77. Let's go to Psalm 77. If we go to Psalm 77, 16 through 18. Psalm 77, verse 16 through 18. Okay, we're going to start with that, with the Psalms. Okay. Psalm 77, 16 through 18 says, the waters saw thee, O God, the waters saw thee. They were afraid. The depths also were troubled. The clouds poured out water. The skies sent out a sound. Thine arrows also went abroad. The voice of thy thunder was in the heaven. The lightnings lightened the world. The earth trembled and shook. Thy way is in the sea, and thy path in the great waters, and thy footsteps are not known. Okay, what this scripture trying to tell y'all is that it says right here, the clouds poured out the water, the skies sent out a sound. Okay, this symbolizes the clouds, the thunder and the lightning, the hail, the earthquakes, the end. Okay, the sound, the earthquakes and the hail and the thick clouds and the darkness, it all symbolizes universal truth and righteousness. This all symbolizes when God tells you that the end gonna be with a flood, and he tells you that the end is gonna be with earthquakes, the end is gonna be with fire. He's not telling you that the earth is gonna be burnt up. That's not what it's saying. It's telling you that a word, the universal truth and righteousness, a higher learning of the times and what must be done. Okay, the 7 seals is going to be broken. The universal truth is going to be revealed. And the universal truth is going to end all falsehood. That's the world that's coming to an end. False teachings, false ideologies. This falsehood that the minister Louis Farrakhan has led the people to, has taught the people. All that's coming to an end. And universal truth and righteousness, as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, is going to engulf the earth. That's the fire, that's the brimstone, that's the flood, that's the earthquake, that's the clouds, that's the thick darkness that's going to end all false teachings. Okay? Universal truth and righteousness as brought to us by Allah God, who came to us in the person of Mustafa Muhammad in 1930 and taught the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Universal truth and righteousness, which is the higher learning and the higher understanding of the times. That's what's going to end Satan's world of falsehood. Okay, now, let's go to Isaiah chapter 9. We on the roll today. We ain't got no time to play with you, brother. We ain't got no time to play with you at all. We letting universal truth and righteousness reign. Okay, we go to Isaiah chapter 9. Verse 16 through 17. It tells us, for the leader of this people caused them to err. The leaders, meaning that the leaders of the nation of Islam, the leaders of this people caused them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is a hypocrite and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. For all that his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. Okay, so this is referring to the nation of Islam. The leaders of this people caused them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. And it says that for everyone's a hypocrite and an evildoer. So what we're dealing with in the nation of Islam, the leaders of the nation of Islam are hypocrites. They're hypocrites because they're not teaching universal truth and righteousness as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Minister Louis Farrakhan has watered the teachings down. He has put the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad behind his back. And he will not teach the people. Okay, now let's go to Isaiah 22. Let's go to Isaiah and move it right along. Moving right along. We ain't got no time to play with you, brother. No time to play. 22 verse 10 through 11. Okay, moving right along. And ye have numbered the houses of Jerusalem, and the houses have ye broken down to fortify the wall. Ye made also a ditch between the two walls for the water of the old pool. But ye have not looked unto the maker thereof, neither had respect unto him that fashioned it long time ago. Okay, this is referring to the minister Louis Farrakhan again. Ye have made also a ditch between the two walls for the water of the old pool, meaning that the water represents the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You have made a ditch between the walls for the water of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to flow through. But ye have not looked to the maker, meaning that you have not looked to Allah, who came to us in the person of Mustafa Muhammad, the one that brought us the universal truth and righteousness. See, Minister Louis Farrakhan will not give credit to Allah, who came to us in the person of Mustafa Muhammad, nor will he give credit to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Mustafa Muhammad taught the Honorable Elijah Muhammad universal truth and righteousness to give to us as our salvation. But the minister, it says right here that ye made a ditch between the two walls for the water of the old pool, which is the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But ye have not looked to the maker. You have not looked the Mustafa Muhammad. You won't teach the people to give praises to Allah, who came to us in the person of Mustafa Muhammad. You won't give him the credit for bringing the universal truth to the people. This is what this verse is trying to say. And that you won't give credit to him that fashioned it long time ago, which is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad took the teachings and he fashioned it and he brought the teachings to us. But the minister Louis Farrakhan won't give him credit. He won't give Honorable Elijah Muhammad the credit. He won't give Mustafa Muhammad the credit. He wants to build a nation of Islam pursuant to his own will, and have everybody looking up to him as the one that fashioned the teachings. Okay, now let us move on. Let us move on. Let us move on. We go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 17. Ezekiel 17, 16 through 19. Moving right along. As I live, said the Lord God, surely in the place where the king dwelleth, that made him king, whose oath he despised, and whose covenant he brake, even with him in the midst of Babylon shall he die. Okay. The king that made him king was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The king that made the minister Louis Farrakhan king was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Okay? Whose oath he despised. The minister Louis Farrakhan despised the universal truth and righteousness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave to the people. Okay? Whose oath he despised and whose covenant he brake. You broke the covenant. Minister Louis Farrakhan broke the covenant of Allah, who came to us in the person of Mustafa Muhammad. He will not teach universal truth and righteousness. He broke the covenant. He built the nation of Islam pursuant to his own will. Therefore, he broke the covenant. The minister Louis Farrakhan broke the covenant of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Okay, this is the proper understanding of this verse right here. Okay. Seeing that he despised the oath by breaking the covenant, this is referring to the minister Louis Farrakhan. Seeing that he despised the oath by breaking the covenant, when lo, he had given his hand, and has done all these things, shall not he escape? Therefore thus said the Lord God, as I live, surely my oath that he despised, and my covenant that he has broken, even it will I recompense upon his own head. So the scripture is telling us that Minister Louis Farrakhan broke the covenant by not teaching universal truth and righteousness to these people out, to these black babies out here, pursuant to the teachings of the unobliged woman. This is the proper understanding of this verse right here. Okay, let us move on. Let's go to Amos. We're on the road right now. I got to expose this hypocrite. This hypocrite, Minister Louis Farrakhan, is a hypocrite, man. I just got warmed up. I ain't even got started yet. Let's go to Amos, chapter 8. Verse 1 through 12. Okay. Thus hath the Lord God showed unto me, and behold, a basket of summer fruit. And he said, Amos, what sayest thou? And I said, a basket of summer fruit. Then said the Lord unto me, the end is come upon my people of Israel. Israel refers to the nation of Islam. Okay? Israel is the Caucasian race. Okay? Israel is the Caucasian, the children of Israel. The children is the nation of Islam, is the black nation that's in the house of the white race, which is Israel. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, now. It says right here, the end is come upon my people Israel, and I will not again pass by them anymore. And songs of the temple shall be howling in that day, said the Lord God. There shall be many dead bodies in every place. They shall be cast them forth with silence. Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land fail. This is referring to the leaders of the nation of Islam. Saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balancings by deceit. This is referring to the leaders of the nation of Islam, falsifying universal truth and righteousness by deceit. Okay, that we may buy the poor for silver and the needy for a pair of shoes. Yeah, and sell the refuge of the wheat. Okay, this is referring to the nation of Islam that's robbing the people. They robbing the black nation. They robbing the people, man. They robbing the people. That's what the Minister Louis Farrakhan been doing ever since he been in power, the leader over the nation of Islam. He got these black babies going out here selling final cars, selling bean pies, and he pimping them. He pimping them. That's what he doing. Okay. Then it says that we may buy the poor for silver and the needy for a pair of shoes and sell the refuge of the wheat. The Lord has sworn by the excellency of Jacob, surely I will never forget any of their works. Shall not the land tremble for this, and everyone mourn that dwelleth therein, and it shall rise up wholly as a flood. Okay? And it shall be cast out and drowned as by the flood of Egypt. And it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord God, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in the clear day. And I will turn their feast in the morning, and all your songs in the lamentation. And I will bring sackcloth upon all loins, and baldness upon every head. And I will make it as the morning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day. Okay? The sun gonna go down. And I will darken the earth in the clear day. I represent that sun. I represent that darkness. I represent universal truth and righteousness. This is what the darkness and the clouds represent. The truth, the universal truth and righteousness that's going to overflood the false teachings of all these religious ideologies, including the false religion religious teachings of the minister Louis Farrakhan. This is what the darkness, the hell, the brimstone, the fire, the flood, it all represents universal truth and righteousness, bringing darkness to all these false prophets. That's what it represents. Bringing darkness to all these false prophets, and I'm going to prove it to you. Let's go to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew 24. Let's go to Matthew 24, 29 through 30. Okay, it says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened. There go the darkness again. And the moon shall not give her light. And the stars shall fall from heaven. And the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. I'm shaking the powers of the heaven right now. I'm shaking all the powers, all of the kings and the rulers right now. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the earth, tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. I'm in the clouds of heaven right now. I'm bringing the clouds of darkness right now down on all the false prophets, of all the false ideologies in this universe. I'm bringing truth and righteousness right now. Okay? If we go to okay, we go to verse, okay, we just left Matthew 24, 29 through 30. Now we finna go to the verse 27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Okay, the lightning, the clouds, the flood, the earthquake, the fire, and the brimstone all represents universal truth and righteousness. This is symbolically referring to universal truth and righteousness. Okay? This is what it's referring to. It's referring to the universal truth, a higher learning, a higher teaching of the times that's going to overflood the land right now. Okay, universal truth and righteousness is taking its place as the ruler of the earth right now. And I'm the Son of Man that's bringing it in. I'm bringing in the darkness. Okay, and I'm going to prove it to you. Let's go to theology. We go to the theology. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad backed up this prophecy in Matthew chapter 24, verse 29 through 30, that says that the sun was going to go down and the moon was going to be darkened. Okay, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that in the Theology of Time, page 28. He said the sun is going down in the west. This teaching will raise a powerful sun and the spirit of truth from this part of our planet. Okay, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad confirmed this prophecy in the book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 29. It says that immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Okay? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad confirmed this prophecy. He confirmed it when he said in the book of Theology of Time, page 28, he said the sun is going down in the west. Meaning that when the sun go down, it's going to be dark. Okay? When the sun go down, that the universe, his teachings, the teaching that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught, his teaching will raise a powerful sun and spirit of truth and righteousness. So when the sun go down, the universal truth and righteousness goes up. Okay? Now let us move on. Now I'm getting hot. I'm going to prove it to you. Let's go to 1 Kings. And let 1 Kings tell you what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad meant and what Matthew chapter 24, verse 20, chapter 24, verse 29 through 30. Let's go to 1 Kings. 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 6 through 12. It's going to clear it all up. 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 6 through 12 is going to clear what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us about the sun going down and the spirit of truth was going to go up. Okay. Here we go. Okay. And the priest brought in the ark of the covenant of the Lord unto his place. Okay, the ark of the covenant symbolizes the universal truth and righteousness, a higher learning of the time. The universal truth and righteousness, the truth, the universal truth that Allah brought to us in the person of Mustafa Muhammad and taught the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Universal truth and righteousness. Okay, and the priest brought in the ark of the covenant of the Lord unto his place. His place is the nation of Islam, the temple of Islam. Okay, into the oracle of the house, to the most holy place, even under the wings of the cherubims. The most holy place is the nation of Islam. For the cherubim spread forth their two wings over the place of the ark, and the cherubims covered the ark with staves thereof above. And they drew out the staves, that the ends of the staves were seen out of the holy place before the oracle, and they were not seen without. And there they are unto this day. There was nothing in the ark save the two tables of stone, which Moses put there at Horeb. When the Lord made a covenant, okay, Moses represented the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. When the Lord made a covenant with the children of Israel, okay, the covenant was made when Allah came to us in the person of Mustafa Muhammad and brought universal truth and righteousness and taught the Honorable Elijah Muhammad 3.5 years. Okay, there was nothing in the ark save the two tables of stone which Moses put there at Horeb when the Lord made a covenant with the children of Israel, when they came out of the land of Egypt, which represents falsehood. Okay, and it came to pass when the priests were come out of the holy place that the cloud filled the house of the Lord. Okay, when they brought in the ark and the covenant, a cloud filled the house of the Lord, so that the priests could not stand to minister. The priests, which is the messengers and the priests of Minister Louis Farrakhan. Okay, the priests could not stand to minister because the cloud for the glory of the Lord had filled the house of the Lord. The cloud filled the house of the Lord. Okay, the darkness filled the house of the Lord. Fire and brimstone filled the house of the Lord. Universal truth and righteousness filled the house of the Lord. This is what it's referring to. Okay. The cloud filled the house of the Lord, so that the priests in the nation of Islam could not stand to minister because of the cloud, which is universal truth and righteousness. For the glory of the Lord had filled the house of the Lord. So spoke Solomon. The Lord said that he would dwell in thick darkness. So right now, a dark cloud is filling the house of the Lord. I'm that dark cloud. I represent that dark cloud. I'm the one speaking universal truth and righteousness and bringing darkness to the nation of Islam. I'm bringing darkness to the nation of Islam. Let's go over it one more time. There was nothing in the ark save the two tables of stone which Moses put there at Horeb, when the Lord made a covenant with the children, and when they came out of the land of Egypt. And it came to pass, when the priests were come out of the holy place, that the cloud filled the house of the Lord. Okay, universal truth and righteousness symbolizes that cloud. The truth and righteousness that I'm preaching, that I have been preaching all summer to the people, is filling the house of the Lord right now, the nation of Islam. So that the priest could not stand the minister. Okay, the ministers of Minister Louis Farrakhan and his priests, they can't stand to minister right now because universal truth and righteousness is covering the earth right now. Okay, the flood is covering the earth right now. The dark cloud is covering the earth right now. Universal truth and righteousness has got the victory. Universal truth and righteousness has got the victory over all false ideologies. Universal truth and righteousness has got the victory over all false prophets. Universal truth and righteousness is the law of the land right now because I'm that son of man that's bringing the dark cloud upon the earth right now. Okay, let us move on. Let's go to Zechariah. Let's go to Zechariah. Let's go to Zechariah 11. I'm almost finished, fam. Y'all just hold tight. Zechariah 11, 15 through 17. Okay, if we go to the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, 15 through 17. It says, and the Lord said unto me, take unto thee the instruments of a foolish shepherd. They call me a foolish person. I'm supposed to be that foolish shepherd. Take the instruments of a foolish shepherd. Take the instrument symbolizes my wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the universal truth and righteousness. Take the instruments of a foolish prophet. They have called me a foolish person all over Facebook. Minister Louis Farrakhan have called me a foolish person. Okay, Mr. Munir Muhammad, all them sit down at the table and call me a foolish person. They call me a boy. They call me this. They call me that. But Allah always take the foolish and make a fool out the wisest. Okay, this is what Allah always do. Take ye the instruments of a foolish shepherd. Okay, we're on verse 15. Zechariah 11, chapter 11, verse 15. Now I'm going to verse 16. For lo, I will raise up a shepherd in the land, which shall not visit those that be cut off. If you notice, I never interact with the Nation of Islam. I never be part of their brotherhood because I wasn't prophesied to be a part of their brotherhood. It wasn't for Allah. It wasn't for the will of Allah that I be a part of false prophecy, false prophets. The Minister Louis Farrakhan and his priests, which ain't nothing but a bunch of false prophets. Okay. Then it says that, for lo, I will raise up a shepherd in the land which shall not visit those that be cut off, neither shall seek the young one, nor heal that is broken, nor feed that standeth still, but he shall eat the flesh of the fat and tear their claws in pieces. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm bringing darkness. I'm bringing lightning. I'm bringing fire and brimstone. I'm bringing a flood right now. I'm flooding not the Minister Louis Farrakhan with universal truth and righteousness as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Okay? I'm the one that's bringing in the end of all false teachings. I'm the one, the son of man, that's prophesied to make the sun go down, to bring darkness and a flood unto the land. I'm that prophesied son of man. That's what I was prophesied to do, and I'm doing just what I was prophesied to do. Is eat the flesh of the fat and tear the claws in pieces. That's what I'm doing to the Minister Louis Farrakhan right now with universal truth and righteousness, as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Then we go to verse 17. Zechariah 11, chapter 11, verse 17. It says, woe to the idol shepherd. The idol shepherd is the Minister Louis Farrakhan. Woe to the idol shepherd, because Minister Louis Farrakhan that set itself up as a God beside God. He won't look up to Allah who came to us in the person of Master Muhammad Muhammad. Nor will he look up to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He has put himself as a God beside God. He has put Scientology and Dianetics as a God beside God. So he is the idol shepherd. Minister Louis Farrakhan symbolizes the idol shepherd. Okay? When you put teachings beside universal truth and righteousness, and you put false teachings beside that, then you put the God beside God. And this is what the Minister Louis Farrakhan has done. He has put his own teachings along with the Dianetics and the Scientology and made that as a God beside Allah God, beside universal truth and righteousness. Okay, it says, woe to the idol shepherd that leaveth the flock. The sword shall be upon his arm, and upon his right eye. His arm shall be clean dried up, and his right eye shall be utterly darkened. So I'm bringing darkness to the universe right now, with the universal truth and righteousness as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm bringing darkness to the eyes of the Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm bringing darkness with the universal truth and righteousness. I have darkened the earth. I have darkened the eyes of the Minister Louis Farrakhan. I have darkened the eyes of the priests and the messengers in the nation of Islam. I have brought darkness into the temple of Allah God with universal truth and righteousness. This is the correct understanding of this verse right now. Now as we go to Jeremiah 15:9. We go to Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 9. Okay, hold on. One second, Facebook fam. I'm having okay, my phone freezing up right quick. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, right says right here. The widows are increased to me above the sand of the seas. I have brought upon them against the mother of the young men. The mother, a mother is the one that gives birth. Okay, the mother symbolizes the Minister Louis Farrakhan because he is giving birth to his followers with false teachings. Okay. She that has born 7 languages, she has, okay, I'm on 15:9. She that had born 7 languages, she have given up the ghost. Her son is gone down while it was yet day. She have been ashamed and confused, and the residue of them will I deliver to the sword before their enemies, said the Lord. Okay, she that hath born 7 languages. This is referring to the Minister Louis Farrakhan. He languishing because I'm bringing universal truth and righteousness as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm flooding out all his false teachings. Okay, she has given up the ghost, meaning that she has given up the teachings, the Islam. She has given up the ghost. Her son is going down. The son is going down. Remember the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us in the Theology of Time, page 28, that the sun is going down. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us in the book of theology, and the book of the Theology of Time, page 28. he said the sun is going down in the west, meaning that the sun, the teachings of the minister Louis Farrakhan is going down. It's the same as Matthew chapter 24, Matthew chapter 24 verse 29, when it says that Allah God said that he was going to darken the sun and the moon would not give her light. Okay, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad backed up that prophecy. He backed it up. He deciphered that prophecy when he said that the sun is going down in the west. The west is the United States. Okay, and here it go right here in Jeremiah chapter 15 verse 9. She hath given up the ghost. Her son is gone down while it was yet day. She has been ashamed and confused, and the residue of them will I deliver to the sword. Meaning that the teachings of the minister Louis Farrakhan is going down. His wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the times. The teachings that the minister Louis Farrakhan is given to the people, is given to the earth, is going down right now. Darkness has entered the temple. The flood has entered the temple. The end has come. The end of the teachings of the minister Louis Farrakhan has come. The sun is going down in the west. Okay, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that when the sun go down in the west, that the spirit of truth was going to rise. The spirit of truth symbolizes a high teachings of the time, a better understanding than what the minister Louis Farrakhan was giving us. Universal truth and righteousness is what the spirit of truth is. Okay? Universal truth and righteousness. Okay, if we go to John, the book of John, chapter 16, verse 13. We'll see that the book of John in the New Testament, chapter 16, verse 13 says that, how about he, when the spirit of truth is come, he will guide you in the old truth. He will guide you into the universal truth, not the false teachings. He will guide you in the old truth. He will guide you, for he shall speak of him. He shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak. And he will show you things to come, and he shall glorify me. This is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad talking. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that after him, the spirit of truth was going to come, and he was going to guide you in the old truth. I'm guiding y'all in the old truth right now. Universal truth and righteousness right now. I'm the one that's guiding y'all in the old truth. And he said that he shall glorify me, for he shall receive of mine and shall show it unto you. Okay, this is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad telling you that he shall glorify me, for he shall receive of mine. I have received what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad have received. Okay, and I'm showing it unto you right now. I symbolizes the spirit of truth and righteousness. I'm that son of man. I'm that spoiler at noonday. I'm that watcher. I'm that shepherd. I'm that one that I'm the one that the book of Revelation. If we go to Revelation, to the book of Revelation, chapter 5. If we go to the book of Revelation, chapter 5, and one of the elders said unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has prevailed to open up the book and loose the 7 seals. I'm loosing the 7 seals right now with universal truth and righteousness. Ain't no man on this earth ain't never brought y'all the true understanding of these scriptures until right now. I have loosed the 7 seals. I'm loosening them up right now. I'm the one bringing darkness and a flood to the earth right now. I'm the one that bringing fire and brimstone right now. I'm the one that's raining bombs out that mothership right now, destroying the earth right now. I'm destroying falsehood, understand me, with universal truth and righteousness right now. I have loosed the 7 seals. I'm that root, I'm that line of the tribe of Judah. I'm that root of David. The root of David. David is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm that root. I'm an extension of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Okay, this is the true, the proper understanding of this verse right here. And then it says that, and I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts and of the midst of the elders stood a lamb, as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. Okay, him that sat upon the throne is the minister Louis Farrakhan. Okay, it says that the root of David, the line of the tribe of Judah, came and took the book out of his hand. I'm taking the book out the minister Louis Farrakhan's hand right now with universal truth and righteousness. Okay, I'm the one that's referring to. Okay. Now, if we go to Exodus, I'm almost finished, fam. Y'all just bear with me. If we go to the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 16. And it came to pass on the 3rd day in the morning that there was thunders and lightning and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. Okay, in the morning that there was thunder and lightning and thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud. I'm that trumpet. That trumpet symbolizes universal truth and righteousness. Okay? The lightning, the thunder, and the thick darkness, the thick cloud symbolizes universal truth and righteousness. I'm that trumpet that's blowing universal truth and righteousness in the earth right now. I'm that Gabriel. I'm the one I have fulfilled all the script. I'm the fulfillment of everything what y'all reading in that Bible. I'm bringing it to you right now. I'm the fulfillment of it. I'm that Jesus. I'm that Son of Man. I'm that Gabriel. I'm that root of David. I'm that watcher. I'm that shepherd. I'm all of that. I'm fulfilling all of that right now. And the one that's going to come after me, that's the one that's going to end it all. That's the one that's going to cut a shortage in the gravity. Okay, now let us move on. Let us move on. If we go to Isaiah chapter 22. 10 to 11. Okay, no, not Isaiah 22, 10 to 11. I meant to say, hold on, let's try Isaiah 9. Y'all just bear with me, fam. Okay. Okay, fam. Y'all just bear with me. Okay, fam, like I said, I'm the fulfillment. I'm the one that's bringing in the judgment right now. Okay, I have fulfilled all the scriptures. I have fulfilled all what y'all reading in the scriptures. I'm the fulfillment of it. Okay, I'm the fulfillment of it. I'm the one that is to bring the universal truth to the forefront and magnify the law and make it glorious. I'm the one. I have fulfilled it. People, y'all got to understand that universal truth as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the salvation for all nations. You have no other salvation but the truth. The truth is the only thing that's gonna free you and save you from the final judgment. Okay, I'm just a sign. I'm just a universal sign of the end. Okay, I'm a sign. I'm that son of man. I'm that son of man that you read about in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 29. I'm just a sign of the end. Okay, if you would submit to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, all ye nations of the earth submit to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. White race, though it's not in your nature to submit to these teachings, you put your faith in these teachings and you will get your life prolonged for another 1,000 years. Black man, all ye other nations, all the black nations of the earth, you submit to the teachings of the universal truth and righteousness as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Every knee gonna bow and every tongue gonna confess. This is my state of the world speech and my order of demand for all nations, for all the Islamic world to come together upon the one law and bring forth the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, bring it to the forefront. The 144,000 believers in the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I am ordering and demanding that y'all come together and you go out and you bring universal truth as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to the forefront. Bring it on Facebook, bring it on YouTube, Instagram, anywhere that you can bring the teachers. We are to come together as one unit. One unit, 144,000. Bring the teachers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to the people. This is my State of the World victory speech in order of demand to the 144,000 believers in universal truth and righteousness. Facebook fam, I'm about to wrap up, you know what I'm saying? My State of the World speech, 2017. I'm Kaba Kashif Muhammad, National Representative of Universal Truth and Righteousness as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. As you can see, it's thick darkness out here now. The clouds is forming up, you know what I'm saying? You know, I've been ranting and raging all day, but I got to get the universal truth out to the people. You know, because it's time for the people to know the truth. If we go to Isaiah, if we go to the book of Isaiah, what is Isaiah? If we go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, and then we go to verse 19 through 21. It says, "Who is blind but my servant, or deaf is my messenger that I sent? Who is blind as he that is perfect, and blind as the Lord's servant, seeing many things, but thou observest not. Open up the ears, but he heareth not. The Lord is well pleased with his righteousness.